You know, guys, there are some things that you truly cannot make up. Like, I know I say a lot of outlandish things here on the channel, and more often than not, I'm just talking trash to talk trash and piss people off, and I think it's funny. But then there's other times where I make a prediction or I say something, and sometimes months later, sometimes weeks later, and even on certain circumstances, days later, the exact same thing I was talking about happens. Now, guys, the MW 2019 Part 3 campaign early access just happened yesterday by the time you guys are watching today's video, and I gotta tell you, I was not interested in the campaign whatsoever. I didn't care if it was good or bad, but I didn't expect this level of incompetence. I didn't expect this amount of people getting upset by their experience playing the campaign, and when I say playing the campaign, I mean some people couldn't even play the fucking campaign. Some people actually had their stats reset in a different game, supposedly a different game. We all know this is a fucking DLC. In MW 2019 Part 2, apparently, a lot of people's stats got completely reset. Like, some people got completely deranked down to level 1, absolutely nothing unlocked, and all of their skins that they purchased, you know, these gooch lickers that spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars in this game on fucking pixels and cosmetics that you can barely even fucking see. Yeah, everybody's fat fucking mother's wop just got fucking plowed. And what is the reason? It's because of Sledgehammer motherfucking Games and MW 2019 Part 3's early campaign access. And just to throw it in here, Activision and Bobby Cosby, fuck you guys. You guys are also on top of this. I cannot begin to tell you guys how many people I saw all over social media just completely upset that their stats got reset. No, you know what? This is not funny. I'm not gonna laugh. Some people had their stats reset. Some people couldn't even play the fucking campaign, and other people just straight up didn't like the campaign. Like, guys, we have a joke here on the channel. Never wrong, just early, and this completely applies today. Like I said, I don't care about the campaign, I don't care about the spoilers, I don't care about who the flying fuck died in the story. From what I'm hearing, and, you know, spoiler alert, I guess, if you haven't played the campaign, apparently an important character dies, and apparently it wasn't as impactful as it probably should have been, like it was in a previous game, hint hint, nudge nudge. You know, you would expect with a AAA title that was years in the making, maybe a better storyline would have more impactful moments, maybe like a major character death, but I guess that didn't fucking happen the way we all expected. Anyways, this isn't a campaign review. I don't really give a flying fuck about what happened in that goddamn campaign. I'm never gonna play it, never gonna touch it. And the reason I don't have early access is because, spoiler alert, I didn't fucking pre-order this shit like I told you guys I wouldn't. But to the people who did, and to the people that I've been warning, hey, maybe don't pre-order this game no matter what type of perk they try to give you, like early access to the campaign. Once again, Activision completely bends you over and gives you the meanest, nastiest, dustiest, filthiest fucking backshots of all goddamn time. Yet again, some of these people just don't learn their lessons, and this is a prime example. I think this perfectly sums up what a lot of people were feeling about this. It wasn't necessarily the quality of the campaign, okay? Some people might say it was bad, some people might say it was mid, some people might say it was good. But I think what most people had a problem with was the fact that there was barely a fucking campaign to even play. Now, is it because the game was rushed and it was supposed to be a DLC? Gooch Lickers will say, no, that's not it. And Activision will say, this game was years in the making. Scatmaster says, that's fucking cap. Anyways, this comes out from TP or Optic Teep. He says, I give the new COD campaign 3 out of 10, 1 for each hour of gameplay. Underwhelmed with campaign, but excited for MP and Warzone still. Doug Dimmadome Warzone says, I'm through 9 out of 14 total missions in the MW 2019 Part 3 campaign, and so far it's just not hitting like previous year's campaigns. Charlie Intel says 7 out of 10, shorter Call of Duty campaign overall. Open combat missions are just spec ops and not that exciting. Good overall continuation of the Modern Warfare universe. I hope the fucking universe ends right here, right goddamn now. I hope there is no MW 2019 Part 4. And actually on this topic, if Charlie Intel is giving us 7 out of 10, guys, just to put that into perspective, a 7 out of 10 for a Gooch Licker is like a 1.5, maybe 2 out of 10 for somebody like the Scatmaster. Just to put it into perspective for you guys. Doug Dimmadome Warzone comes back, says, I just finished the campaign, very lackluster, too many open combat missions, not enough on the rails, tons of shock value just for the sake of shock value, felt very disjointed, mid-credit cutscene is the best narrative part of the game. I give it a 5.5 out of 10. Worst MW story. Wow, that is tough. And I'm not gonna lie, I played 2019 and 2019 Part 2's campaigns, And even myself, I had to say it was actually not that bad. It was like pretty good, to be completely honest. So Gooch Liquor's giving it a bad rating. It tells you everything you need to know, alright? And as if it weren't bad enough that the campaign were short and people didn't like the story, reports of people having their MW 2019 Part 2 accounts reset and being unable to play the 2019 Part 3 campaign even if they were already playing it. And then this other leaker comes out and says, log out immediately if this happens to you. My friend got banned because the game thought he unlocked tooled with all the stuff he had at level 1. It's not funny. Guys, it's not funny, okay? This is a fucking tragedy. People spent like $100 goddamn to play this campaign early. Do I feel bad? No, not really. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really feel all that bad, but I'm sure the people who spent hundreds and hundreds of hours and dollars on this, they're probably annoyed. Now guys, by the time you're watching this, I don't know if this has been fixed. I would goddamn hope so. Now this comes out from the COD Updates Twitter. They said, we are investigating a service outage impacting multiple titles. During this time, campaign early access, account ownership checks, and progression systems may be temporarily unavailable. We will provide an update as soon as we are able to. Guys, this whole thing just sounds like a fucking nightmare. Now this is not affecting the Scatmaster because, once again, I did not pre-order this shit. I'm not spending a dime on this shit. And even if I had my account completely reset in MW 2019 Part 2, I already got all the gameplays I need by the time the next game comes out, so I really do not care. And I did not hit max level in this game because the game fucking sucks. I mean, if you hit max rank, I'm sorry, but you're kind of a fucking verge, okay? Like, you have too much time, I'm sorry. But then that's the part that makes me sympathize with these people, is that they actually invested a lot of time into this. And because they wanted to continue supporting Activision and Sledgehammer Games with the next title and play the campaign and see what happens, now they're getting the short end of the stick, and that is absolutely brutal. Like, I've been calling out Activision and Sledgehammer Games and all these other developers for quite some time now, but nothing's ever gonna make it okay for them to just do this shit constantly. Like, I swear to God, every single time there is a massive thing that happens in Call of Duty, whether it be an integration with Warzone or Vanguard coming out with a fucking update or MW 2019 Part 2 doing any sort of event, something is bound to break. And that is just annoying and it's tiring because we've been dealing with this since 2019. I remember when they added the crossbow into that game. A simple update, a simple update of just adding a crossbow, and people had their accounts reset because of that. Who remembers that? I actually made a video about that because I thought it was fucking funny. Guys, there is no reason for this kind of stuff to be happening with a AAA titled game. Do you understand this? And this is why I say, don't waste money on this shit. I tried warning people, and this isn't gonna be like this whole I told you so moment. I'm not gonna kick people while they're down unless they're actual gooch lickers and they're in the comments section talking shit. You guys know, if you talk shit in the comments, you're probably gonna get fucking body slammed. Like, that happens very, very often. Somebody says something stupid, I respond, and they never come back. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, is there any possibility that this ties into anything to do with multiplayer? Because, like I've said multiple times in the past, this is a multiplayer channel. I really don't care about campaign, to be completely honest. I don't really care about zombies. And on the topic of zombies, because I know there's some people that chirp in the comments and on Twitter about, you know what, it is justified that it's a $70 DLC because you get campaign and you get zombies and you get multiplayer with new maps. No. Shut the fuck up. No. Campaign, as we've just seen, is a colossal fucking failure. Zombies. I've heard a few interesting things about zombies, but I'm not going to tell you guys what it is in this video. You guys are going to have to wait till the next one, alright? And when it comes to multiplayer, you guys know what it is, okay? I mean, my point is being proven yet again. The shit was meant to be a fucking DLC. It is a DLC. And I don't care about this being this whole like, oh, well, because it's launching from COD HQ, that doesn't make it a DLC. Shut the fuck up. That's not what I'm talking about. I've said this on Twitter too if you saw it. I couldn't care less if this shit launched from a fucking web browser, if it launched off a fucking P-Hub ad. I don't care where you launched it from. That has nothing to do with it. The game is a DLC because it's literally the exact same shit as the last game. And what proves that even more with this campaign early access shit is that the devs clearly were not ready to deal with any sort of issues on the back end first of all, and second of all, the campaign for a lot of people, even gooch lickers themselves, said that the game felt rushed, and it was too quick, and there was not enough gameplay, there was not enough actual campaign to it. What does that tell you? The devs were probably rushed on that shit, and if the campaign is rushed, what makes you think the multiplayer is not rushed? And what is there that shows that the multiplayer was also rushed? I don't know, maybe the fact that there's no original content at launch. Guys, never wrong, just early. How many times do I need to say it? And I know some gooch lickers are eventually gonna crawl out of the cracks in the earth and say, "Oh, Fooly, you're just complaining about anything at this point, huh?" Bro, if people are having their accounts fucking reset and people are getting banned because the fucking developers think that they're unlock tooling everything at level 1 off of the campaign in a different title, what do you expect me to say? Fucking hip hip hooray? No, you dumb fuck. That's obviously not good, even if I think it's funny. Okay, look, I don't care what I said in the beginning of the video anymore. That shit is fucking funny to me. I'm sorry if you were affected, but at the end of the day, people were trying to warn you. Did it pan out the way that we expected it to? No, but I guess that's Call of Duty's only surprising element that they have nowadays, is the fact that they find new ways to fuck shit up. Once again, guys, whether you're talking about campaign, if you're talking about zombies, which we'll do pretty soon, or you're talking about the multiplayer, it appears as though a lot of these areas were rushed. Yes, it looks nice because you're just biting off of Infinity Ward's fucking design, and their actual visible design is literally the only thing that carries that stupid ass development studio. But once it's your turn to actually make do with it, I'm sorry, but Sledgehammer Games, like, from what I'm hearing, this sounds like a fucking nightmare, okay? But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Have you played the early access campaign, or are you too afraid of your fucking stats getting reset because these developers are fucking incompetent? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.